what's the story you've been telling yourself about love? I mean, what's the story you've been telling yourself about life? I mean, what's the story you've been telling yourself about having the very thing that you really want? Is it working for you? I mean, if it's not working, why don't you just drop it right here and right now? My name is Rodney McKenzie Jr. and you're watching More Life Video Blog, and I'm talking to you today about dropping the stories that no longer work for us. You know, sometimes in life we tell ourselves these vicious stories that aren't true, and then we create a life from those stories. I mean, we tell ourselves that we're ugly because, you know, at third grade you had a crush on someone and then they said you were ugly, and then for 30 years you believed that that was the truth of you. I mean, your mother was in a job that she hated and she was sad and alone all the time, and you believed that that would be you and that's the life that you have to live. So you created this story that you could never have a job that you loved. I mean, especially the thing that you really want to do. You could never go for that thing because then you would be sick and lonely just like your mother, or just like your uncle, or just like the person who died when you were a kid. You know, sometimes we tell us stories about ourselves that are just not true. And today we get to drop those stories. I mean, we get to drop the stories that no longer work for us. We get to drop the stories that we are anything less than the divine. We get to drop the stories that we're anything less than brilliance or joy or love or power itself. Today, we get to stand in our lives as our life itself and choose to be greedy for everything that's inside of us. You know, the stories limit us in a huge way. You know, the stories won't allow us to go for the thing that we want more than anything because we're wrapped up in a story that's no longer true. Today, stand in the truth of you. I mean, today, drop any story that's not the truth and stand in the truth of your brilliance. Drop the story. I mean, drop any story that's no longer working and live in this truth that you're perfect, that you're whole, and that you're complete, and that you can have anything that you truly desire. So it is, all right? Peace.